Well, chat, let's see who's even here. I know it's a Friday and people don't like to here doing stuff on Fridays. Whew. Anyways, I'm packing and getting ready for Normandy. I leave for Normandy in 2 days with the organization. There's going to be a bunch of veterans and a World War II veteran who's going to be jumping out of planes in honor of the 81st anniversary of D-Day. So, very, very exciting. I'm excited to capture this content. I was airborne in my previous life. I was asked to jump. I decided to say nay. I couldn't make the pre-jump time because I had other content I was filming at the time. So it's going to be really, really cool. It's going to be a very historic event. Like I said, a ton of veterans will be there jumping out of planes in World War II uniforms. I'm excited to see Don, the World War II vet. He's about 97 or so, and he's going to be jumping with us. He's going to be jumping tandem. He is so old, but it's going to be awesome. It's going to be epic to see him jumping out of a plane. So I'm really stoked to capture all that content, to be on the plane, to take in the history. I've never been to France before, so really going to take the time to kind of explore when we have the chance, but it's also going to be a lot of historical things we're doing. And I'm just super, super excited about that. And I will be doing a Go Ruck. Go Ruck will be there, so I'm going to be doing one of their marches with a group of people in Normandy as well. And our Airbnb, so I'm staying with my team. We are close to the beach, so I plan on doing a lot of runs out there. I will be capturing behind the scenes and also some vlog material so that I can kind of take you guys all with me as I'm out there. I'm really, really excited about this trip. So I'm in the middle of packing all my equipment, which is always so stressful. You don't want to miss a single piece of equipment. But also my workout gear, because I'm going to be getting after it. But I will also be taking photographs for one of the couples who want to get their engagement photos out there. So I'm doing all kinds of things. I am so stoked about the historical piece that I'll be capturing, but also a couple's engagement. That is one of the most important moments to capture. Let me read some of these comments. And yes, please feel free to drop your questions. This is an open Q&A, because I'll just talk about random things, but I don't know what that means. You like my chairs? I got 2 of these little hammocks. Amazon. So, hello, my name is Alyssa. I'm glad there's some new people here, I guess. So I'll kind of go over who I am. Yeah, we don't do weird requests like that. So if you're gonna ask some weird stuff, yeah, we don't do that here. This is a fitness channel. I think I was frozen for a second. Keep getting incoming calls, which is crazy. Wow, this is some interesting comments, but for those of you who are new, I am Alyssa. I go by the handle of Little Fit Patriot since 2020. Across all platforms, I am a certified personal trainer. I did bodybuilding for a bit, and now I'm actually in the hybrid training space. My free programming is called Hybrid X, and it's all on YouTube. You can watch all the workout videos for free. I have a newsletter that goes out weekly, a PDF download of the workouts if you prefer a PDF guide, but that's what I do here. It's all fitness, health, wellness, mindset. I'm a parent. I'm busy. I create content. I'm a media producer, so it's a fancy word because it sounds cool, but no, I do a lot of small business content. I do video, photos, and like I was saying, I'm headed out to Normandy this weekend to capture a team of veterans out of a plane to honor the 81st anniversary of D-Day. I've never been to France before, so I'm really excited about the historical piece of it, but also the connection piece with World War II vets that are going to be there. It's really, really awesome. And yes, I do have a large forehead, so thanks for noticing. But yeah, whoever Concertamer is, hell yeah, forehead power. That means a big brain. Have you seen Megamind? You can call me Megamind. Anyways, you can't really hurt my feelings, so. What else we got? We got any questions? How to lose body fat? That's going to be 80% your nutrition, my friend. And that is like the no bullshit answer. A lot of people ask questions about that. You have to be combining good nutrition with some kind of training program. So I'm not going to say like if hybrid training isn't for you, that that's what I do. It brings me back more to like military roots, climbing, jumping, performing, running, lifting. But yeah. Who is this person? Anyways, okay. Wait, can I remove this person altogether? There we go. Okay. Cool. Little fat. Oh, man, you started calisthenics. Awesome. I love calisthenics. I started implementing more. I love calisthenics, period. But like I started doing handstands again. Like I do headstands, but I'm starting to do handstand. What's it called? Like training for it because I want to be able to do some of those like crazy poses. But also it's just a ton of core strength, shoulders. Like you have to like rotate your wrists out and all that stuff. But yeah, I always am just trying new movement. I know, LOL headstands for real. Like why I randomly started doing them last year, and I like don't know what possessed me to do that. Handstands I used to be able to hold them a lot longer. I can still do it, but I want to be able to like do walking handstands. I've never done that. Like I always just want to challenge myself in like different ways. Definitely a shoulder workout for sure, but it's very much core. Balls. Awesome. This is such an interesting crew. My favorite type of dog. I don't think in the window I can't really see though. Belgian Malinois. I got two Belgians. A female and a male. Love them. You would snap your neck. So I do have a video. I'll have to post it at some point when I was doing the handstand drills today. So you use a wall and you like kind of take your feet slowly and you just practice like taking one foot leg down at a time just to build that balance and everything. And I literally thought I was about to crack my neck and I was like, and we're done for the day. Because I do it after my workout. I do like 15 minutes of just handstand drills. And yeah, there was a scary one because I was a little too far from the wall. And when I went to recuperate, I was like, okay, tuck and roll, or what are we doing here? Because you're going to snap your neck. And as soon as I did that, I was like, yeah, I'm tired because I had a leg day before, which I'll be posting a short too. Just all the exercises I did today. I am like beat. I'm trying to go on a jog later too, and it's freaking 1,000,000 degrees. Actually, it's not that bad. It's only like in the 80s, but humidity is like bleh. So, my favorite book, gosh, I mean, I like the 101 things or ways to change the way you think. I forget what the heck it's called. It's something like that. I like Atomic Habits. I like the one I'm reading now is The Art of Impossible. Really, really good read. I do like books a lot. I'm in America. That's all I'll say. What state? Texas. The big old state of Texas. Awesome. I'm glad you guys are here. Some of you, I'm like, could do without, but hello in Alaska. Awesome. Yeah, people with the weird comments. I swear, every time I do a live, it's like, oh, just do a live. I'm like, but if you're not interested in the like hybrid mentality or fitness or mindset or just being like a normal person and not a weird troll and saying some creepy stuff, like, like I got thick skin, but it's like, ugh, I don't want to throw up on live. Heck yeah, books are amazing. Like some, some people don't. I'm more of a physical book. Like I need to have a book where when I finish like a chapter, you can like see your progress. I'm weird like that. I can't do the Kindle thing because I can't see progress. I could read 300 pages and it's still the same tablet. I have to read a physical book. I also like to highlight and write and stuff in there. Hello, anyone new here? Yep, so I like to go live every once in a while. I say I like, it's always disturbing depending on the day, but it's Friday. But yeah, read Magic of Thinking Big or the Secret. Okay. Magic of Thinking Big. Okay, that looks cool. Anyways, sorry, I have to remove people if you're gonna be fucking weird. You got to go, because this is I do take what I do very seriously and professionally. I'm a goofball by nature because I'm a normal person, but I don't take people's shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like, if you're gonna be weird, just like go find a different channel where there's a different platform where girls like to be talked to that way. I do not. I do not talk that way, and I won't take it from anyone. Are you into psychology books? It depends. I like psychology. There's one I want to read. I have so many books to read that it's like I can't just like, if I keep adding them to my list, I'm just like never gonna finish them all. What the heck is it called? It is a psychology based book, but it's the psychology of like manipulation or something. Just because it was interesting and it was like highly recommended. I think that's what it was called. It was something like that. I am definitely not angry. It is a Friday. I had an epic workout. I didn't crack my neck doing headstands today. It's a great day. I'm not angry. I just don't like creepy people. So that's why I just say I don't. If you're going to be weird, you're going to be removed, because that's not this type of channel, you know? It's not about being angry. It's about holding my ground and having boundaries, my friend. So, hello. But yeah. So, like I said in the beginning, I'm going to Normandy pretty soon for D-Day. Gonna capture some content. We got a World War II vet who's in his 90s jumping out of a plane tandem, which is absolutely terrifying. I hope it's not the last thing he does, but at least I'll have a picture of it. I'm just kidding. That was horrible. He's a really great guy. Really, really sweet guy. Those guys, they were a different breed back in World War II. I just watched Band of Brothers again, just to prep for the trip. I love Band of Brothers. So good. Yeah, it's just crazy. These kids, they were literally kids going out there. Oh, thanks. Yeah, pretty sweet shirt. Veteran owned company I supported. Okay, this guy's gonna go to... Wow, we removed 3 people so far. Wow, new high score. 48 Law of Power Laws, Human Nature. Nope, I haven't read those ones yet. Half the creeps would turn into sweet servings. Online creeps fool nobody, just saying. Carpe diem doom. I think that's how you say it. That's hilarious and so true. It's like, online creeps, you got nothing better to do. What's my goal in life? Wow, I have a lot of goals. And they're constantly evolving. I talk about this a lot. I like to put things into existence. It's hard to put it down to one, but it's freedom and happiness are the real goals in life. I talked about this in my last video from Thursday. Sorry, it's really loud. A lot of people ride their little motorcycles around here. I talked about how it's one of my neighbors. He just built that bike, which is pretty cool. Anyways, sorry. But I talked about in my video how people think figuring it out is the goal. And it took me a while to realize that was never the goal to begin with. And I think realizing that that's not the goal is, in fact, the best part. And yes, I'm a certified trainer. But I don't do one-on-ones except for one-off situations. It's not as fulfilling. It's not a scalable model, but also I want people that are very serious about their fitness. I will be launching it again, probably not anytime soon. Dang, another Roadrunner. We've been having a lot of those out here. Better than other. We all live in the same place. You don't get nothing nice today. Move on. What? But yeah. What's it called? Let's see. It's getting a little loud out there. But yeah, goals in life. I have a ton, and a lot of them, you know, it's okay. I said this in the last video too. It's okay to have financial goals. Like, I want to be able to have a house with a ton of land, right? Like, I got family, right? Got a family. They like to ride dirt bikes. I would like to be able to do that on my own land, have some animals, have one of those furry cows. It starts with an H. I can never remember the name of it. But, you know, that sounds so crazy. But like other goals, it's like, hey, I want to impact, you know, the hybrid world. I want to compete in high rocks eventually. Because I've transitioned from so many different types of fitness avenues. Oh, guys asked about dogs. There's one. There's one. There's the other. Yeah, anyways, dogs. They're great. See? They want to go outside. All right. Whoa. But anyways, yeah, let me just see. People are evil sometimes. Yeah, that's all right. People can be them. You know, that's the thing. You got to be able to, back in the day, that would have bothered me. It would have bothered me so bad. I'm like, oh my God, my feelings are so hurt. This person's being mean. But then I'm just like, and remove. Because guess what? You don't need to watch my live stream. You could be like, this is not my style. Cool. See ya. Peace be with you. We'll see you later. See you later, see you never. Whatever. You just gotta let it roll off your back. Life is way too short to like allow people to ruin your day. You have to allow, that's the thing. You have to allow people to ruin your day. Everywhere I go, I swear it's chaos. Chaos. What's your real life advice with like beautiful eyes? Sorry, I'm just reading through. Real life advice. I give advice all the time, and I learn new advice all of the time. I'm a forever learner, and I think that would be, what's it called? One of my pieces of life advice would be to be a forever learner. Always learn something new. Try new things all the time. Can y'all be quiet? My goodness gracious. Just trying to be outside and, you know, get some fresh air. And it's like everywhere I go, it's just nonsense. Nonsense. Sorry, I just worked out, so you could tell I like look like I worked out. I'm like freaking sweating still. You wish you had my accent. Oh my goodness. It's so funny because it's like I don't think I have an accent. But yeah. Whew, I am tired. Not tired like that. Tired like, you know, just that workout. Like I'm waiting for the second wind so I can go on a jog, like I said, with my dogs. Probably just one dog actually, because they're kind of crazy to go together with. Awesome. But yeah, there's a lot of advice. Be a forever learner. Try new things often. Get uncomfortable. Comfort is what kills everything. It really does. I truly believe that. When I started taking risks, like calculated risks with like starting my own business or picking up a camera for the first time, which I'm doing it professionally. I'm literally going to France to professionally take content. That's insane to me. Staying fit. Your health is your wealth too. Your money and your things and time in life, your energy means nothing if you don't take care of yourself and die early. So I think that's another piece of life advice there, is just like health is wealth. Because if you die before you can spend your money because you're unhealthy, what is the point? What is the point? I have a lot of tattoos. Any advice on Bitcoin? I've never actually used that. I diversify my finances a different way. I haven't gotten into the Bitcoin thing, so I cannot speak on that, unfortunately. I will never bullshit someone and be like, oh yes, try Ethereum. Like, I have no idea. No idea about that. The fact that I know that name is amazing. What's up? I can't say your name, but what's up from Myanmar? 3:55 a.m. Hello. I just say get some. Yeah, I've heard that. Can't hurt, right? Got to diversify for sure. What's up? New people coming in. Good to see you all. Happy Friday, wherever you're at in the world, which is crazy. We have these freaking little tiny pocket computers that can connect with people all over. That's absolutely insane. I do red meat, burgers, or steak only on the weekends, and then chicken and fish or meat on the weekend. What's your opinion? I think that's great. I think I've heard of, like, you know, the blood type, and I don't ever follow diets per se, but I think it's good to diversify the types of meat: chicken, fish, steaks, beefs, turkeys, things like that. I am a huge steak eater. And I think I've read on like your blood type, when you are like a red meat lover or an eater, you can, I don't even know if that made sense. Like you can consume more of certain like red meats. Like if you're O type, I'm O type. So, but I don't know. Because, you know, then they're like, oh, you have high cholesterol or whatever, but it's like I'm super healthy. There's also good cholesterol and bad cholesterol. So that's a whole different conversation. But I think it's always good to diversify. Freaking mosquitoes. Nobody needs you in this world. Why are you here? Anyways, yeah, I think it's good to switch that out. I just had a steak today, actually. Whoopsies. Not whoops, I love it. Altogether teaches something. Microwave ain't nothing but a clock that can heat up food when you think about it. Thanks, Johnny West. Appreciate that. What's up, Tony Stark? Glad you made it. Awesome. Definitely follow the series. Let me know what you think about the program. Any of the, what is it? Knows too much makes me tired and all this. Yeah, it is. I think that's why you got to measure out food too. It's hard. It's easy, rather. It's really easy to just throw a bunch of shit on your plate and just consume it all. And depending on what country you're in, people are very, very, very different. What's up from Brazil? Brasil. The only word I know is obrigada, which means thank you, I think, right? What's it called? Environment 2, whole different combo. Yeah, there is just so much when it comes to nutrition, especially nowadays. Our soil isn't as nutrient dense as it used to be. So you think of things growing out of the ground, it's not going to have the same nutrients it used to. So like a cup of broccoli that came from the ground is not going to have the same as it did maybe 150, like 50 years ago, 100 years ago, because our soil is just not the same anymore. So there's a lot of things when it comes to foods, which is why they have so many supplements out there. But you still got to read labels and make sure that are right for you. And I know I'm going down a rabbit hole. I tend to go down a lot of rabbit holes. But anyone that's new here and doesn't know, I'm Alyssa, or Little Fit Patriot. I've been calling myself for the last 5 years. It's my handle. I'm a veteran. I'm a mom. I am now an entrepreneur. I quit my 9 to 5 a year ago, and I do a lot of media work, but I also am big in the fitness world. I am a certified personal trainer, and I provide a lot of free training on this platform on YouTube. So, excuse me, if you haven't checked it out yet, I do have Hybrid X. It's free. The first phase is already out. That is 7 videos of actual workouts. I show every single workout. I have a free PDF guide that you can download if you prefer reading it, but you can watch it, follow along at the gym or wherever you're at. And yeah, phase 2 is going to be coming very soon, as I'm building that out now and testing it. I am prior Army, yes. Lemon oil, that's good to know. I usually have little citronella bracelets. That does nothing. Citronella, I feel like, attracts them more to me. They're everywhere. But yeah. So I use unmatched supplements. I'm very picky about supplements. But their protein is a whey isolate, and the whey actually comes from 100% grass-fed cows in the UK. So it's called Unmatched. Everything is in my description if you're ever interested in that stuff. Like, yes, I'm affiliated, but I am very, very particular about what I use. And if I don't use it, I will not promote it to anyone. I will not. Fit Patriot is my code for everything. I also use peptides. If you haven't learned about peptides, I have videos where I talk about that. I plan to do more. My dog wants me to throw the ball. But yeah, I am definitely not in college anymore. That was many moons ago, but I appreciate that. I'll take it as a compliment. Oh, you ate too many gummies. Uh-oh. Help. Maladi. Which way uncomfortable? Ew, what? Anyways, people are so interesting on here. But yep, prior military, good times. Yeah, which is why I do hybrid training, which you'll see if you ever do Hybrid X, my free training on here. And I'll do another phase. Like I said, I'll probably do 3 phases on YouTube, kind of spread out, because they're meant to be repeated for a certain amount of weeks, depending on, you know, are you new to it? You need to build that foundation and muscle memory for new movements if you haven't done them before. Things like that. It's going to be an awesome trip. I really, really appreciate that. What muscles do you think is more? You have any series on overtraining and how to avoid it? What to do on rest days? I don't yet. I can. This is why I have these open forums, so that I can take a snapshot so I remember to address your questions and make a video on that. So there are people who train every single day, right? And are fine. There's people that overtrain or overreach and don't do fine. I think it really depends on your health. It depends on how long have you been training for. Are you... It's a happy bark. He wants me to play. Relax. Relax. Everyone calm down. Give me your ball. Come on. Jesus. Moons. I'm not really that big into astro. I don't even know my moon sign, to be honest. If you're talking about horoscope, I know I'm a Scorpio. I was born the year of the monkey. That's all I know. When do you think about it? Any bar can be a rooftop bar if you're going to drunk climbing. Very true. That's a great point. Thanks for putting that out there. It is Friday, so I mean, to be expected, right? Explain hybrid training. Cool. What do I need more from time? What do I do from time? Okay, what are some of these people saying? It's true. Yes, awesome. Yeah, I'll be hopefully being able to put out 2 vlogs from France. I have so much content I'm going to build. Obviously, I'm taking it for other people as well. There's an engagement I'm photographing. There's the whole Normandy trip, guys jumping out of the plane for D-Day. But also, I'm doing Go Ruck. I'm going to be documenting myself, so it'd be really awesome. And as far as explain hybrid training, so hybrid is going to be across between a lot of different training styles. If you think military, it's like you're working on endurance, cardiovascular health, strength, power, endurance, if I already said that, I don't know, and aesthetics, because you can build in aesthetic work, right? If you've seen, you know, you're doing some major compound movements like your deadlifts, your squats, chest press if you wish. You know, there's different days like that. You'll have heavy strength training, and then you'll have endurance built in. So you might be doing hill sprints or just sprints on a track. You might be doing a long distance run. It's a hybrid mix between a bunch of different training styles, so you can be overall well-rounded, fit. Like, I'm so big on being the best athlete I can be. And when I did bodybuilding, obviously not that endurance was low, because you could still pump out a lot of reps. When you got closer to a show, you're eating less, you're doing a ton of cardio to just drop your water weight, but it's not a sustainable way of living, in my own opinion, if you're not taking into account your cardiovascular health and endurance. So there's a lot on it. I do talk about that extensively on other videos as well. So if you're interested, definitely subscribe and then watch the Hybrid X series. It is a playlist on this page that you can refer back to and watch it at your own pace whenever you would like throughout the year, whenever you're ready to kind of test it out. So, and yes, France, can I do 100 pull-ups? Not right now. I can do pull-ups. 100, I would have, like, if you're talking about strict pull-ups, I would have to train back up to doing like 100, which is why I'm on the verge of this hybrid training, you know, like I'm on the up and up of balancing everything in calisthenic work, like push-ups, pull-ups, like just your basic workouts that are so underrated. You don't need to do all these fancy, crazy, different exercises that you see out there. You can if you want, right? It's up to you. I'm not saying hybrid X is for everyone. Hybrid training is the way to go. Like, I think that for myself, but everyone's a little different. So, yeah. Am I a personal trainer? Yes, I am a certified personal trainer. I don't know if you guys knew this. If you're ever looking for coaches and stuff, just be wary that a lot of people selling programs, they don't necessarily have a certification. You don't need to have a certification to sell training. So always be cautious of that, especially if you have pre-existing conditions. When I was doing one-on-one, I made it a priority to get a certified personal training license so that, you know, I knew a little bit more and knew how to phrase certain things, like people that need doctor permission slips essentially to do stuff. But not everything's created equal out there. So yeah, maybe I travel vlog when there's no gym during travel. Yeah, so I'm going to be travel vlogging for sure. It's going to be a ton of fun. We're staying in a cool Airbnb right near the beach, so I plan on doing beach runs. I'll take you guys on a vlog series, like doing that, the Go Ruck March, like I said. What's up from Indonesia? But yeah, so if you're looking for like a trainer, I'll be offering one-on-one again soon, which is all virtual. It's not in person, of course, but since we're all over the place. But I will be offering that again very soon. Right now I am getting all this free training out to everyone so you can really get a feel for what HybridX is, but also that you guys are getting as much value packed for free as possible before you take a next step. Can you commit to showing up for the free stuff? Because usually when there's no money attached, people don't feel as committed, right? And that's like a sales thing. And I'm not really a salesy person. I don't like that. I like giving out value first. And more importantly, this is a passion project of mine. So going to one-on-one will take a good amount of time because you give feedback. Usually there's coaching calls and workshops and Zoom calls where you all get on, ask your questions, get feedback on whatever. So I'm really excited about going back to that. I did do one-on-one online for a while. And yeah, I'm just taking took a break from that to focus on the content creation, but I still obviously do all this fitness stuff here, and I'll go back to it once. I also want to find a better app platform because people like to use those apps to track their workouts and everything. So I'm trying to find a better one than what I was using, so that it's more customizable, because I want to do all my own videos, so that it's me doing the movements, but also they don't always provide, these apps don't always have libraries of workouts that you would actually do, you know? Do you think kettlebell snatches are good enough to train mainly as a foundation? I only do snatches, the push-ups and thrusters with flows. Just, is that all you do? I mean, I love kettlebell work. There's a lot more you can do than just that. I use kettlebells for a lot. I'll like do like a press and lunge with kettlebell, one-handed. I'll do like one-armed swings, you know, and that works if you're in like a deep squat. You're working like your legs and your arms. Thrusters, I like thrusters. Yeah, I think definitely diversifying your workouts is very important as well. You can do workouts with just kettlebells. You can do so much with kettlebells. You can do squats, goblet squats. You can do front squats. You can do all kinds of stuff. I would just say add some diversity to it. And the reason I say that is because your body will get used to certain things and you won't see as much growth. You need to confuse your muscles every once in a while. Again, do your own research. I always say that. Everything I say is a suggestion. It's not gospel. You're going to hear all kinds of stuff online, and you have to choose what's best for you, what's going to get you results. But I absolutely am a huge proponent of kettlebells, and I think everyone should use them. I love isometric movement, so doing one side at a time. So even if I'm on like a leg extension or hamstring curl, I like to do them one-legged sometimes, because I am now practicing and working on that balance, and that imbalance almost. So the same thing with when it comes to kettlebells, I do it all one-handed so that I'm working on one side at a time. So yeah, with kettlebells. Oh, thanks, Rose. Oh, I'm on the wrong side. Yes, I've had this for a few years. I had it in college and then it fell out during my military days because I wasn't allowed to wear this. So I kept a plastic one in there, and then I got in trouble for having plastic. So I had to take it out completely and I got it re-pierced. But I love it. Yeah. You wish you had better technique with kettlebells. Kind of hard to nail this without someone who can look at. Yeah, so that's a big part of like one-on-one training too, is a lot of the clients that I've had, I'd be like, send me, like set up your phone or have a friend do it. Send me your form, like do a squat or do a kettlebell, whatever the movement is. If you ever have a question, that is how I coach, because I want to make sure I can see what you're doing, especially when it's virtual. It's very, very important to make sure form is correct, because form comes first before the weight and the reps and the PRs and all that stuff. If your form is trash, then like there's no point, you're gonna hurt yourself at the end of the day. So I'm glad that you are acknowledging that, because it's extremely important to focus on form. I'm not married. I used to be. I do have one son. He is my world. So, yep. Yep, my son is everything to me. He is amazing. He is amazing. Whew, it is hot out here. This dog, you are making this couch muddy. It's my life. It's just chaos. I was a 13 Alpha in the Army, and that is an artillery officer. So It's always fun to talk about that. I was a paratrooper in the 82nd Airborne, which is also why D-Day is going to be really cool, just because it's so historic. I chose to be in the 82nd because I was like, it's such a historic unit. Like, I want to be a part of that. So I was jumping out of planes for 2 years of my career before PCSing to a new unit. Yep, so I did fire support officer time. I did platoon leader time, and then I went straight to being the executive officer to my commander because he basically pulled me up. I also did some battalion level stuff as well, but company time is always the best, or battery, we call it a battery, but essentially like the company level, that was my favorite work because you're really like on the ground with the guys in the field doing all the stuff, and it was really, really, really neat. It's obviously different times. I didn't get to go do artillery things in real life. I mean, I got to for training, but as far as like them, it didn't call for that. My time did not call for that. So the training was really cool. That's what you do. You train to fight, right? You're training to do those things, and then if you're called to do things overseas, that's great. But artillery was a very interesting one. I was just really young when I got married. I mean, that was it. Kind of grew apart. It was a military love story, right? Get married and then get divorced. Yeah, no, other than my son coming from that relationship, yeah, that's all I'll say. And I appreciate that, Rose. I've been a stickler for good form. I can't really think of doing any exercise without checking injuries or such a time waster. Yeah, because it takes weeks and weeks to recover from injuries. But yeah, that's why I do have a video on peptides as well. So I started taking them and I aligned with a company because I started using it. I was like, hey, like, I really like this stuff. I'm gonna start talking about it. I would like to be, affiliated in case, if I can get a freaking penny here and there, that'd be great. But otherwise, I just think it's good to talk about these things. So peptides, especially the Wolverine stack that I talked about, which is BPC 157 and your TB 500, that combination is going to increase your recovery time. I talk about it a lot, and I'm going to keep talking about it online because I think it's hundreds of thousands of people are using this, by the way, and it's not FDA regulated, which I think is a good thing because as soon as pharmacies and pharmaceutical companies get a hold of this stuff, it just kind of ruins it for everyone. But it's not a steroid, nothing like that. But you will see enhanced recovery times, especially if you're super active. And for a lot of people with injuries, it will speed up your recovery time with injuries. Yep, so the peptides I take are the BPC 157 and TB 500. There are some other ones I might test, but right now I'm good with that stack for recovery purposes. And then I do take nootropics as well from the same peptide company, which are not peptides. Nootropics, it's more of a cognitive bunch that I have. And that's like methylene blue, which Joe Rogan has talked about it. Fladrafenil, I'm so horrible at saying these, and dihexa. So those three I take, the nootropics, and I'll take those in the morning. Yeah, it's really cool to start taking different supplements. But when I talk about supplements, peptides are different. That's for recovery. And so are the nootropics because that's cognitive function, staying alert, awake, and like in the game. Because I was like, hey, I'm having some brain fog. Like, I'm doing a lot of things. I'm very busy. What can I do? What kind of stack do you guys offer that I can test out? I'm jacked. Thank you. I prefer yoked. I'm just kidding. So where can you get methylene blue? So it's in my description here and in my bio or in any of my videos you can check from Hybrid X, but I use Elite Research USA. I can probably drop that in the chat actually. Can I add? Why is it not letting me do this? That's so weird because I'm on my phone. Maybe it's not letting me write it. But if you just go to my description, or it will be in the description for this live after, but it's Elite Research USA is where I get them. They're in Texas just like me. So I was able to actually talk to the owner and the reps there. And I asked every question on this one. I don't ever push something I don't believe in. My code is FitPatriot for everything, the supplements I take and everything. And I was going to say that before I lose my train of thought. Supplements are just that. They supplement training programs and a good diet or nutrition plan. I don't like the word diet. So if you think you're going to take some kind of shredding, I'm going to take this shredding pill and I'm going to shred up, but your diet and your nutrition is absolute garbage and you don't move your body, supplements are going to do nothing for you. You're just wasting money. So again, I like to be very no BS on my channel. If you guys have not watched my videos or haven't subscribed, please do. I appreciate you being here and popping in anyways. If you're new here especially, there's so much information out there and it's really hard to figure out what's right, what's wrong. And I'm still constantly researching because I'll see something and I'm like, I'm going to look into this because I don't know if that's true. Do I take creatine? Yes. So I do take that from Unmatched Subs, which is also in the description. Unmatched Supplements is what I use. And if you guys know who Chris Gethin is, he is the founder of that. And I've been following Chris Gethin since my college days when I used his programs on bodybuilding.com back in the day before I knew anything about fitness. But it's called creatine. So look it up. I'll probably do a whole video on that too, or a short, because it's creatine monohydrate, but the fact that it's called creatine is the cool part. So I do take that. Now you take it with the whey protein I get from Unmatched as well after my workout. So I'll take 1 scoop of that, 1 scoop of each. So the creatine and the whey protein. And like I said before, if you weren't here, the whey protein with Unmatched Subs is from grass-fed cows in the UK. Like they source it. It is triple tested. It is clinically tested so that every scoop has what it says it's supposed to have in there, because that has been a problem with a lot of supplements I've taken, is that it's not third-party tested or doesn't go through any clinical trialing to make sure that every dose or every scoop actually has what it says it's going to have in it. I also like the fact that it's grass-fed whey, not like, corn-fed and all this other crazy stuff. Because people go for cheap. This isn't the cheapest brand, and I'm okay with paying more because I want good stuff. I'm not going to put garbage into my body on purpose. Every once in a while I'll have a pizza or have a burger or something. Yeah, because it's every once in a while. But, I'm not going to spend money on bad supplements that not only don't give me the result, but also don't have what it's supposed to have in there. I'm just wasting money. Do you know if ground beef is bad for you? I eat ground beef all the time. I go for leaner. I try to get like the 93, right? Or I think they have a 93% lean ground beef. I don't think it's bad. I do think there is something to be said about grass-fed being more superior. It's just, now it comes down to financials, right? It's like, why is it more expensive to eat healthy? That's just the world we're in right now. But in theory, grass-fed would be the way to go. And they do have a lot of subscription boxes of grass-fed meats or free-range, chickens and blah, blah, blah. So really, always do research. Look into this stuff before you just buy it. Read it, understand it, because don't just take my word or whatever for it. Do what's best for you. Do I compete? I used to. I don't anymore. I hope to compete, but in the hybrid space in the near future. Near-ish future. Near mid-future. Because I don't want to just go there and do it. I want to go and, perform really well. I did bodybuilding competitions in 2020 and 2021. Realized, okay, I don't really like this space. It's very political. Yes, everything's political. But also, they push steroids like crazy to be competitive. And I'm not about that life. I don't take steroids. I don't want to. I don't want to put something into my body that, and I'm not saying, don't take your testosterone or whatever the hell. I always say, if you're going to do this stuff, get your blood tested. I have a blood test coming up. I take regular blood tests to just see what's going on with my body. Because hormones, as you get older, hormone health is so important. It should not be demonized. It's very taboo to talk about it, just like peptides is taboo to talk about. So always do your own research. But get blood tests. Get your blood tested, okay? Like that. Anyways, I will be documenting when I get my blood tested because I want to talk about it with everybody, and then why I'm filling in the blanks with whatever supplement or how are my hormones, what kind of peptides can I use to help with whatever, but I want to get a very fresh new blood test done so that I can understand what I need to do for my body. And it's a very comprehensive blood test, not just like going to a doctor and they do a standard one. I'm saying this is this is a wellness facility that is going to be testing for a lot of different things. They also have, what the heck is it called? There is an organization, I don't know if it's a nonprofit or not, Hunter 7 Foundation. They do blood tests for hundreds of types of cancer, and it's really awesome. And I think for veterans, it might be free. But I had met them at SHOT Show this year, and I was like amazed that you can test for this stuff. And I shouldn't be shocked, but really cool. Again, blood tests are incredibly important for whatever. If you have pre-existing conditions already or in your family and you want to know where you stand, hormone health, like I said, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea to do it. So I'm just like walking around. I don't know what that means, the Irish. I've been eating it every night, 93%. I wouldn't eat beef every night, but I mean, if you're not, again, get your blood tested, right? That's the only way to know for sure. Greetings from Poland. Hello, Patrick Furman. Yes, so the protein that I use, and I'll just show you right now, actually. It's Unmatched Sups. Y'all see that? Isolate. So this is grass-fed whey protein. I always get vanilla because then I can mix it with, usually I mix it with water, but I can also put this in like oatmeal or a shake and it's not going to taste crazy. Like I'm not going to get strawberry shortcake or birthday cake and expect that to taste good and everything. That's me though. Get whatever flavor you want, but yeah. Unmatched Sups. My code is FitPatriot because if you do, it's just not the cheapest brand. And I'm okay with that. Like I said, it's not about cheap all the time. It's about what you're putting in your body. And whoever asked earlier too, this is the creatine I use. The creatine right here. Creatine. So there, can you see it better? Creatine. And this is obviously unflavored, but I just put this right into my protein. So yep, it is a trademarked thing. That's what I use. And then the pre-workout that I used this morning, BH2K. They have different pre-workouts. This is the only one I've tried from them, but I really like it. Also, it takes me a bit to go through it because I don't always use pre-workout, but I do on like my heavy leg days. Yeah, I like this one a lot. They do have some stimulant-free ones as well, which I think are really good to try. And then my intro workout, Electra Shred. Okay, so this is hydration. It's extremely important to have sodium and hydration during your workout. This is like, I'm drinking one now. I'll drink a couple a day usually, depending on how active I am. And everything, I mean, I could list off everything on here, but I like that there's not a lot of added ingredients other than like stevia. It's all naturally like sweetened. Always read labels, always, always. Okay. Let me catch up. Love the ink. Thank you. Hello from Korea, Mark. Hello. Anything for energy besides coffee? I love coffee. Pre-workout, if you like that. Maybe a tea if you don't like coffee. Other than that, there's some old style at-home pre-workouts, which is like honey, cream of tartar, or maybe that's, I'm thinking of a hydration. Because there is ways to do at-home hydration with like a little bit of salt, lemon, and cream of tartar, I believe, to kind of fuel your body. So the big thing about hydration too, I'll talk about, is that if you're drinking a bunch of plain water, like just water with nothing in it, you're not necessarily hydrating your cells. You need salt in your body to absorb the water, which is why I take like electrolytes essentially. But yeah, I'm not usually a big proponent of energy drinks. There's a lot of crap in those things. Have I been known to drink one? Very rarely. But I like coffee, which coffee, I didn't realize that I started buying different type of coffee that is tested for mold. I'm like, how is that not already a standard for selling coffee? Apparently it's not. Apparently it's not. Crack, that's also a way, I guess. Yeah, Celsius, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff in energy drinks. I'm just not a huge proponent of them. Maybe once in a while when you're feeling like you need that. Use more than 5 grams of creatine. I haven't read that, but now I'm going to look that up. But yeah, creatine in general is the most studied supplement ever. I don't know about ever, but it is one of the most studied ones. So it's something to really give a shot. Yeah, someone said crack. That's a way, I guess. But like, how do you find it, you know? I don't know. Just kidding. I don't ever want to, I don't mess with that stuff. I don't. But that was a funny joke. But yeah, I know we're coming in on 50 minutes, which is great. It's been good to connect. I appreciate the active conversation. I think this is like a good time. I don't know if I'll do a live next week. As I said, I'll be in Normandy all week, and I'll be like on the whole different side of the planet, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'll try crack too. Jesus. Y'all crazy. If I can, I'll do a live. I can't guarantee anything yet because my schedule's going to be absolutely insane. But my goal is to get enough footage of everything going on so that I can share all of that with you guys. I'm like, I hate packing. I hate packing and I hate unpacking when I get back because it's chaos. But I'm excited for the trip. Do I do a lot of cardio? Yes. I mean, hybrid training is essentially strength training and your endurance or cardio work. So running, sometimes walking, sprinting, a lot of jump rope. Yeah, so I would say it's a lot of cardio, but it's also a lot of strength training too. I make sure to get to the gym at least 5 times a week, if not more, if I can. Yeah, but it's been good. So, what is this? Cool. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be closing out here pretty soon, but if we have any other questions, I'm happy to just stick around for a few minutes. Because I'm probably going to go on a walk or a run. Kind of want to go on a run, though. Feeling like a run. Really want to. So there's that. And as far as phase 2, I will be building that this summer. So anyone who has followed Hybrid X phase 1, your input truly matters for the phase 2. If not, I mean, you can even drop it here too. Like, hey, what do you want to see when you get free workout programming? I did mindset. The PDF has like what I ate every single day. It had all the workouts listed out that I do. But if there's anything additional or what you would have liked to see in phase 1 that I can implement into phase 2, that's really important to me. So any of you who have watched it or participated, like it would be great to get that feedback so that I can make sure phase 2 is even better than phase 1. That's always my goal. And again, these are accessible forever until, I don't know, YouTube doesn't exist or whatever, you know, or I don't exist. But yeah, it'll be a great thing, and I'm excited to build it out. Hybrid X phase 1 was freaking awesome. Like, I enjoyed filming it. I enjoyed the feedback I got from it. So yeah, I'm excited for phase 2. Then you can look forward to some advanced training too, which is going to be, you know, a different tier, probably on an app. So if you're looking for an app experience that's in the works, or will be in the works, it's not in the works, let's be honest, I can only do one thing at a time. But that'll be more of a paid experience. If that's something you're looking for, like more one-on-one, or you want an app, you want something more advanced, trackable. Although my free PDF guide does have trackers on there. So it has the workouts listed out. It gives you a tracker that you can print or just whatever you want to do with it. You don't have to print it, but you can actually track your workouts, track your macros. I show you how to calculate your calories and macros literally on there. But some people don't want to do that. So also, if you do one-on-one with me, I will do that for you, and I'll create the meal plan for you. But I do show you how I do it, how I calculate all this stuff, and then I show you everything. I show you how to do it all, but some people just don't want to do it, which is totally understandable, right? There's some stuff I don't want to do that you're going to pay someone else to do, right? Like, we're all different. So that's what one-on-one really is like accountability, or you want something more advanced. What's up, Tanya? But yeah, thank you guys all for being here, ladies and gents. Really, really excited about this and everything that's upcoming. But like I said, I'm heading out to old France this weekend, and I'm really excited about the content. I'm excited about seeing the World War II vet jump and all these veterans jump for D-Day. It's going to be a really incredible experience to see that in real life and to be somewhere so historic. So, and I'm really excited to film it all so that I can come back and show you guys everything about it. So expect that the week after next, depending on how fast I can edit it, right? You know, it's all what it comes down to is I film, I edit, I produce all my own content, which is rewarding. I've learned a lot. No, he's spending the summer with his dad, so I will not be taking him. I would have loved to take him, but yeah. Yep. Well, the summer has been just like a little bit like while I'm gone. So, but yeah, I'm gonna head off of here. Thank you all for being here. Make sure you drop comments in here again for phase 2, because I am gonna be building it. So you snooze, you lose. If you wanted to see something, now it won't happen. So that matters. I don't know what you're talking about the Irish, so I'm just gonna, but anyways, thank you guys again for being here. Have the best Friday of your life. If you're already on the other side of the world or whatever and got to go to bed, then night. But, yeah, have a good one. Thank you for being here, and super stoked. You're built to perform, be epic, have the best day.